Previously on Roll Britannia.
Hey, you used to be bigger, didn't you?
Can I come in? I need to ask a favour. I am obviously noticeably shorter. It's a big thing for a half-orc.
I'm not sure how to say this to you, Keth. There is no potion that I know of that can return you to your height. I think Keth genuinely would try any possible way to try and get his height back. Have a point of inspiration. The invitation is to attend the annual dinner of Colonel Arthur Cameron. It's at the Short Manor on Nemmonis Island. Colonel Cameron, an octogenarian and former colonel of the Imperial Army, with stories of unimaginable torture. You'll be attending this dinner with highest-ranking dignitaries from across the Shattered Lands. There is a suspicion that the Colonel has one of the pieces of 8 in the shape of a doll. Go in, blend in, find the item, and get out.
I would prefer fake names.
Jeff, but spelt with G-E. Gold Dagger.
Rick Danger.
Just M.
And
Sir William
Nice, I like that a
Sir
lot.
William Shaftesbury.
Navy blue tux with a modest fake beard.
I think Loki.
He's gone for the full white dinner
A
jacket.
big white top hat on as well. So, more importantly, he's taller than Keth now.
Yeah, we're all Deltathians.
Jeff, you're going
With
to
a
be
monocle.
the invited guest.
Oh, fuck, we didn't think this through.
Guards in dark suits with dark glasses.
Come on, my lord.
Meanwhile, you two come with me and I'll show you our security provisions.
Dave, what are those?
There are perimeter alarms. Well, it's not so much a pass as he carries himself with him. He has access all areas.
Whereabouts are you going to be
Are
stationed?
you asking for the movements of security
No,
personnel?
no, no.
Sounds like he's asking for his number.
I'm tiring of you now. See you later, Dave.
All caught up? Good. Let's get back to the action. Jump back over to his lordship, Malrus and Jeff. You head up towards the manor house with a much smaller entourage than you had when you walked through the front gates, and you reach the front door. And do you knock? Do you ring the bell? Does Malrus knock for you, Jeff, or what's happening?
I walk up and I'm just going to stand to one side.
I'll knock then.
So as you knock on this huge wooden doors with ornate carvings, the door that really goes with this mansion house in these vast grounds, pretty much alone on this island. I mean, you're looking at a building that is effectively 2 wings wide. You know, you've got a wing to the east and a wing to the west, and huge central doors. And as you walked up to the house, you could see just towards the back of it a vast dome rising from behind the building. So this door is the sort of door that really belongs with that level of architecture. You have that door in mind. And
Has it got huge knockers?
it has got bloody big knockers.
They open very large doors. That's a GoldenEye reference.
So you knock on this door, and after a moment, a snappily dressed but not particularly young man, probably someone in their early 50s, opens the door, seemingly without actually touching it. It just sort of opens in front of him. He says, "Hello, sir. How can I be of assistance to you?
Hello.
Whom do I have the honour of addressing?"
I am M, and with me is young Lord Jeff Golddagger.
It's Geoff. We have talked about this, M.
Sorry, my lord.
Lord Geoff Golddagger. Am I saying that correctly?
I just nod.
Do you have an appointment or invitation?
And I'll just hand over the invitation.
Very good, very good. Yes.
I'm going to pull out a stone of far speech and just sort of looking at it, start tapping on it impatiently.
Very good.
Very good, sir.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm bored.
My name is Lycos. Let me show you to the formal waiting room where some of the other guests have arrived. The house butler will be along shortly to show you to your accommodation for the evening. Surely you will wish to dress for this evening's arrangements.
I would like to have a shower and refresh myself. This is correct. Is how long until I'm able to do that, please?
These amenities will be provided for you momentarily. Please come inside this way. and he turns on the spot and begins to step smartly away from you.
I instantly
I'm
start
just going
forward.
to step to one side
Instantly
and
start striding.
step to one side and
as far as my little, well, not so little anymore, legs will continue, but as walking with as much manliness and powerfulness as I could probably muster at this point.
Okay, as you enter this the space through the main front doors, you find yourself in quite a large, spacious room. It's there's a few chairs and some tables with a few ornaments and lamps and flowers and things just dotted around, and you can see a few paintings up on the walls and some vast windows behind you either side of the main door. And the butler Lycos, he leads you across the room and to the right hand side across a circular rug with a statue in the centre of it, just in the centre of this room. And he opens these big double doors again, and all the doors in this place seem hugely overscale because they're all double doors. They're very full height things, massive, really interesting.
You got giants here? Do you have giants here?
No, sir. His lordship just enjoys large things.
Overcompensation. I've seen it in my time. I had a friend who used to overcompensate because of size. We've all had suspicions.
Please come inside and take a seat. The house butler will be with you shortly. And he gestures you into a slightly more cosy-looking room with a bay window with a number of sofas and some relatively well-stocked bookshelves, a small coffee table in the centre of the room, and there is just one figure sat in the room already.
I'm going to walk over towards the figure and stand near the figure, but not acknowledge them in any way, shape or form. Continuing to tap on my stone of far speech.
Just going to go and stand next to a stranger in a totally otherwise empty room with lots of other chairs in it. You're just going to walk over and stand
I'm just going to
next
sort
to
of
them.
casually. I'm staring at my stone of far speech, just sort of casually idling my way over, and then look, now I'm stood next to the only other person in the room. It's a bit strange, but it's how to break the ice. I assume he's probably going to confront someone who does that. If someone walked over to me like that, I'd be...
It's actually a woman.
Excellent.
And she's reading a book.
Oh, God. Even better.
Excellent.
Just a point of order. You know your stone of far speech doesn't do anything.
Yes.
You're literally just
I'm fully aware it's a stone.
a rock in your hand.
Yes, tapping the rock on my hand.
She doesn't know.
I suspect she's seen a stone of far speech before.
I don't know.
Yeah, but she hasn't seen the new stone of far speech 12.
Isn't that the new 5G one?
The latest model is the Stone of Far Speech 3G. Is the latest model. It was available in the
3G.
Argus catalogue.
Yes, with a range of 6 miles.
Oh, it's got 3 gravels available to it.
Has a slightly larger range than the old one.
Yeah. Give or take a mile, I think.
Yeah, and weirdly, the battery on the old one has started running out
Did it have Snake
really
on
quickly. It needs charging all the time.
it? I'm sure it had Snake on it.
Jeff is lamenting this as he's just prodding a rock.
I'm just thinking about how whilst there are a number of faults and the fact that it was very expensive to get this stone of far speech, the user interface is just fantastic.
It took him 20 minutes to learn.
Oh, dear. Okay.
It was worth queuing overnight.
Much like a Nando's, Malrus?
I know, right?
Okay.
Did Malrus follow you into the room, by the way?
I did, yes.
You did. Okay. So after you entered the room...
I just sort of respectfully let the Lord lead the way.
If not, he's just awkwardly stood outside the door and I'm awkwardly stood next to a person.
After you entered the room,
very good.
Lycos, the butler, shut the door behind you with a snap. And it's just the three of you stood in the room.
Together.
One of you stood by the door and the other two stood weirdly together, not acknowledging each other.
I'm ready for my apple juice now.
Oh my God.
As you say this, the woman who sat reading a book casually looks up in your direction and looks scornfully at you for standing too close, and she just gets up and moves to another seat.
I'm going to sit down in her seat, the one that she was originally sat in.
With a juice box now.
Hopefully, if he's brought it.
I will I will rush up to the young
It
lord.
doesn't have to be a juice box. Actually, I'd rather... if you bring me in a box again, I swear down.
Swear down.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly.
Yeah, 'cause
Swear
all
down,
fancy
blood.
lords say that, don't they? I swear down, man.
If you murk me again, blood, I swear down. I's going to be well mad in it.
For the viewers at home, that's how Chip normally talks.
Yeah, it's true.
That's my Ardman tone.
Yes. Yeah. Are you now drinking an apple juice like carton?
In a glass.
In a glass?
Hopefully. I would like it in a glass.
Does
I-
Malrus
we've
have a
discussed
glass?
I do not have a glass.
I assume if he's got a box of apple juice, he must have a glass. Wherever he's got this box of apple juice from, I'd like to think he'd find a glass. I assume in this room there's some kind of bar. Like, either way, it's not my problem. I've asked M.
He's a sorcerer. Wha- There you go.
I'm not the sorcerer.
I'll tell you what. Roll investigation and see if you can find a bar. Let's play some D&D, guys.
I'd say there
is
was a
that what
little
we're doing?
part of me, James, with the amount of like roll deception checks you made. You've made me roll over the number of episodes we've had. When there was the two of them just going, "Oh yeah, we've been in the game for 20 years," and there was nothing. I was like, even I want them to be challenged.
Very
Come on.
convincing.
You were instantly so convincing off the get-go. I just fail at
I
every
also
corner.
now have a plan as well based on that.
I was on edge
course
because
you
I
do.
thought any minute Derek's just going to judo chop him, and I'm going to have to like roll to hide the body or something.
Oh, dear.
It's a case of moving the story along with us sometimes.
Just,
isn't it? Just don't let them roll. Don't let them roll because they'll say a guide. It won't work.
Just a heads up for this particular arc, which I haven't actually named yet, so I'm really excited to find out what I end up naming this arc.
We had cranberry juice last time. Why don't we make this one all about apple juice?
Oh dear, are you literally just going to be the juice magnates of the Shattered
yeah.
Lands, are you? Right.
Yeah.
So just a heads up that this particular arc, there's going to be a lot of thinking and logic and investigating of stuff. So, just the reason I wanted you to know about this, all the security around you, is that there are lots and lots of armed men around, and I want you to bear that in mind.
Please don't bury an axe in any of my NPCs' heads. Essentially, yeah.
No, I mean, you do what you like,
is this the way
but
of
I'm
going-
just letting you know there are lots of armed men around.
Oh,
This
yeah.
could be the arc, the one they didn't go murder hobo then.
It's true. Yeah.
There's thinking involved.
Yes.
For that reason, I'm out.
So note-taking might be preferable in this one.
I have some notes.
Mine says study and Lycos.
Yes. Lycos the butler, not Jeeves.
Mine says Apple,
Right.
retired, and danger.
So, yeah, Malrus, what did you roll for investigation for a bar?
17.
You actually wander over to a globe in the corner.
God.
You open up the globe and you find a small bottle service bar with a couple of crystal
Do they
tumblers.
even make globes that don't have bars in them?
Frankly, I think it's a waste of time to make a globe that doesn't contain a bar.
It would have made
Right.
geography very, very much more interesting.
I think everyone would have
That's
taken
why
geography.
people are geography teachers. the one subject you're allowed to be.
I actually have a globe that doesn't have drinks in.
Burn it
be very
I
immediately.
do have a bar in my house, so that's fine.
So what's in this globe?
A bar. A few crystal decanters of port.
I'll have my
and
apple juice spun, not stirred.
Port and brandy and a fine whiskey, all in sort of crystal decanters there, and a few crystal tumblers, and a few sort of a bottle of soda.
I will take the bottle of soda and the one of the crystal decanters. Sorry, the crystal glass, not the decanters.
So you're taking soda and a crystal tumbler. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't need to drink on the job. And also, he asked for apple juice, so he didn't ask for booze.
Yeah. I mean, but
I'm
you
gonna
are
give
just
him
bringing him
soda.
soda.
Naturally, you got him soda water instead.
I've got a piece of life advice for you, Malrus. Don't ever become a bartender.
Yeah.
I was a
Those are
bartender.
interchangeable.
Ironically, I was a bartender for 8 years.
Did they fire you because you kept just giving people totally different drinks to what they ordered?
No, he just
No,
always
no.
gave them soda
Everything was soda water.
water out of a globe, which I thought was weird.
I'll have the Merlot soda for you.
All of it was in a crystal tumbler, mind you. It was always soda.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll pour the soda in to the crystal glass and then just tip a little bit of the whiskey in, just so it goes the colour of apple juice.
Just sounds awful.
And then
Whiskey and soda.
and then
Yeah, but it's not. It's like
Then I will hand
soda
it.
and whiskey.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
and then I'll hand it to the young lord.
Okay.
The fact that it's not pee in a glass is just a bloody miracle in my idea. So, I'm happy with the soda whiskey.
Are you? Okay.
Well,
I mean, are you drinking it?
You have to wait for the pee to cool down.
Are you drinking it, or are you just
that
holding
was
it?
the only problem. I'm currently just holding it. I've not witnessed it because I've been too busy with my stone. But I've been handed this. I'm going to this is D&D. I can live my wildest fantasies. Screw it. I've got a really good sense of smell. Since I chose that I was colourblind and I've got no sense of smell in real life, I've got an amazing sense of smell.
Nice.
And so whilst the glass is near me, I've held it, I can smell it's clearly not apple juice. So I don't know what he's done, but we've got to maintain character. So I think in character, Jeff would be like, I'll just hold it. I know he's not got me apple juice, so I'm not going to drink it.
I don't know what you're going to say then. Oh, this is the world of D&D. Wait a minute. I can fly.
I can live my wildest fantasies. Orders an apple juice.
No, just it's as
some
simple
sense
as
of
having
smell.
a sense of smell.
True, yeah.
I'm not even going to make you roll for that. It's too good. Right.
Thank you. I'll put it on
No
my
one saw
calculator.
it coming.
Okay. So as this tableau has sort of set itself up of you just looking disdainfully at what is clearly fizzy, very, 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 very weak whiskey, the doors open again, and in come Derek and Keth. Sorry, it's the only one today. I'm sorry, it's the only one.
Yeah. Sure it is.
The only one that you're going.
Yeah,
to.
it's
Well, that's true. Yeah,
Derek would have. I assume we've been shown in by the butler, right?
you have. Yeah, Lycos is with you.
He would have made a big show of making
Albert
sure
de Butler.
to stub out his cigar before he went into the house and like wipe his feet and stuff like that. And make sure Keth did as well.
That's two.
I'm amazed it's taken this long.
Yeah, but they're
be
rapid
honest.
fire from now on.
We're making up for lost time.
Yeah, very true.
I love the fact that has all come from a genuine slip of the tongue. Like,
I should have got Bill to cover up the eye when he flew up for for the golden icosahedrons.
so your solution to cover it to having a letter which is essentially a straight line is to cover it with another straight line.
I thought you were just going to smash the light bulbs in the eye.
I could have done that. I could have shot it. Anywho,
It's a different episode. It's happened.
Back to the story.
Unlike our roles, hindsight is 2020.
Oh, nice, very nice. So yeah, Derek, as soon as he goes in, I think it would cross over to his liege lord and like sort of lean down and glancing over
hand
to
Derek
the woman.
the glass.
He'd take it, and then like just whisper to him, basically, Geoff, my lord. There's just in case anybody's listening. They've got quite a lot of armed bastards around here, but a lot of security alarms. So I think it's best if we probably talk when we get to your quarters.
As always, again, trying to stay in some form of character of what we're supposed to be. As always, Rick, I will always leave my security detail as promised to yourself and take your best judgment. This is why you do the dirty and I get all flirty. As a young lady over here that I feel the need to chat to in a minute, my first approach was unsuccessful.
That was an approach. Amazing.
that is a quote there and there. You get dirty and I get flirty. Soon.
Of course, my lord. Derek, hearing this horrible thing go out of Jeff's just immediately downs the drink.
Roll Constitution. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
A saving throw.
He's going to be sick again.
Fuck, that's
Oh my
not
god,
good.
no.
Constitution saving throw, that'd be a 7 total.
Dare be sick on
7.
me.
You spray the drink back out because you found out it's just soda water and soak Jeff.
Oh my god, my
You
lord.
do that
I'm
thing where you go,
so sorry. I'm so
That's
sorry.
it.
Sorry.
I need to shower. I've been desperately trying to use my deodorant soap here. Like, I've been so scared about being checked or something. I want persuasion and deception. So this is perfect, ideal. I need a shower. Right,
I'm so
right.
sorry.
This is
Sorry,
ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
at this point, you hear coming from across the room, and there's the woman who is still nose down in her book, is just chuckling away to herself. At the scene that has just played out in front of her.
Towels. Someone. Towels.
Get him a towel.
If you should be so kind.
As you're stressing about the fact that you've just sprayed Jeff with a load of soda water and a tiny bit of whiskey, the doors to the waiting room open again, and a different butler, although dressed exactly the same, if possible slightly older, this is lordships and entourage, I have been sent to direct you to your quarters. It seems that his lordship has taken to a shower already. How very droll.
Not amused by all this. Lead the way. Come on. And I'm going to follow him walk straight up and walk out the door.
Very good, sir. Very good. And he strolls back out the door and quick steps just ahead of you ever so slightly. And he says, follow me, sir. Their name is Bing, sir. Bing. Follow me upstairs. I shall take you to quarters. And he leads you up the stairs.
The three of you just staying there with the
Yeah,
girl.
exactly. You guys going with him. I think Derek would be... I don't know. I think, I'm going to go with him. Fuck it.
Are you all going together?
D&D, I can live my wildest fantasies.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to come with.
Yeah, I'm going to come with.
But you're all going to follow me to go shower rather than stay with a girl and chat?
We need to make sure that you're not ambushed in your most vulnerable state, young lord.
William, then, if you were to head with the Lord, I should probably keep my distance from him for now. I'm sorry, my lady. I didn't mean to embarrass my employer, so I hope you don't think less of me.
You're a cock blocker. Are you trying to steal?
She says, that is quite right. It was very amusing.
Oh, Sophie Marceau is here.
The fallen Madonna with the big boobies.
Actually, Keth is going to stay in the room.
So who's going with Jeff and who's staying?
I'm going to go upstairs. I don't like the end of this sentence. I'm going to go upstairs with Jeff to make sure he showers properly.
Malrus, you going upstairs?
And I'm going to leave it there.
I will stay with
I don't like it.
No.
Derek.
Okay.
Well, this is the thing, Malrus, because I'll sort of think twice and follow Jeff.
So Malrus, are you just staying by yourself?
God, we've been chaotic this episode, haven't we?
No, I will follow them upstairs.
You're all going upstairs. Okay, cool. So you head upstairs.
Yes.
You head into the sort of the next room. You head out the door, turn right, and you head up into the next room. And you see a grand staircase with, again, the forked thing. So it goes up two different sides and meets again in the middle. And you go up the right-hand side one as it curls round, and you cross the balcony, I suppose. The landing at the top, which is still in this big atrium space. You cross to the left, and you go through a double door again, and down a corridor, and you take a left at the T junction at the end of it. And Bing, he takes you round, follows the corridor around. There's some windows on the left-hand side which open into a sort of courtyard area, and he brings you to the first door on the right-hand side, and he says, "This is your guest suite, sir. There are, in fact, accommodations inside for your entourage as well. His lordship understands you have a security attachment, and he understands you would like to have that with you at all times."
Thanks, Ting. Just a quick curiosity. I'm I know that my entourage have which I love the term as well. You can continue to call them that. It's they haven't been given enough putting in their place recently, and I think that it's good.
I can only apologise so much, sir.
Yes, you can. You've said and sprayed quite enough. Thank you very much, Rick. But is there any chance that your lordship would have any kind of map that we could follow so we can navigate to the correct room and don't end up wandering into any locations we shouldn't and setting off any alarms and things like that you may have in place?
You've gone to 2 rooms. I can't imagine you need... Do you need a map to take you down one corridor and a flight of stairs?
I've been here all of 5 minutes, and I am currently covered in my entourage's spit and drink. Therefore, I think you can clearly see that they are not quite fully there. I mean, he's retired, for example. That's why I'm covered.
Hey, don't call me that.
He should be at the rate he's going. So I think you clearly need some kind of direction assist here.
Very well,
Please?
sir. I shall have a map drawn up and sent to your room.
Thank you. Now, in. And I walk inside the room.
It's a nice big suite with big windows at the far end with a large bed, and there's an ensuite bathroom attached and a small...
Suites on suites.
A small door, not a double one this one, just a small door that leads through to the adjoining room. Yeah.
Oh, this fancy. This standard.
Derek, has the butler
now?
left? Has the butler left?
Yeah, the butler didn't come into the room with you. He just indicated the door to your room, and you all went inside.
But is he still waiting outside?
No, he went away.
Good. Derek, once they're alone, Derek's going to put his finger to his lips for them to shush, right? And I would like to make an investigation check to look for any kind of sort of like listening devices, or do you know what I mean, like magical relics or anything that they could spy on us with in this room.
Roll investigation, I suppose.
Jeff is going to run to the bathroom, grabbing his bar of soap, and lock the door so as not to envisage any wrath from Keth or any of the others for bossing him around in front of everyone, and quickly shower using some deodorant soap that he bought at Argus.
That
which
would
gives
be
me a +1 to stealth and persuasion.
That would be a 21 investigation check. Yeah, to check his room and ours as well.
Best.
Unless you want me to do another one first.
No, it's fine. You can use that check.
No, don't be silly.
In your thorough investigation of the room, you move aside one painting on the wall inside the master suite, and behind that painting you find a sort of slide away hatch. And on further investigation, you realise that the other side of the wall, this is the wall between the 2 adjoining rooms, is another painting, and the hatch lines up very nicely with the eyes in that painting.
Did I open the hatch? I'd like to leave it in the same position that it was in.
I mean,
just to make sure.
Sure,
nobody's
Just block up
spying.
the hole in the middle.
that's fine. You can do that.
And then just move everything back, inform other people. But if I haven't found anything that suggests that they'll be listening to us,
Not that
that's
you've seen.
good in my book.
Yep.
Cool.
Not listening,
that
just
same.
watching.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. But
it allows the person in the master room to spy on whoever's in the adjoining room.
yeah, because it's between the two, which doesn't really bother Derek too much because he's an exhibitionist. So.
I didn't know what I was going to say then. He's a naturalist.
Cool. Yeah. That's me done.
Naturalist.
Naturist.
Okay, so you all, does anyone have anything burning they wish to discuss right now?
Yes, I'd like to inform, once Jeff's out of the shower,
Yep.
I'd like to run the taps.
Kick him in the bollocks. Sorry, that was me.
I'd like to run the taps and make sure, just again, being extra cautious, make sure that the noise is being drowned out and in a hushed tone. I've been watching a lot of spy things at the moment, so I'm like...
I've watched Dr. No 15 times.
to prepare for this session. I'd like to just start discussing, in detail, what we'd seen in the thing. Derek's general plan would be, if we can get in touch with this Dave fella, go for a take a couple of the decanters, go for a sneaky drink in the, security hut. Perhaps there's a way in there of disabling these alarms and we can move about, quick.
Sure. Sounds good. You unveil your plan to everyone else, and you all sort of have a bit of a chinwag about what you think your operations might be. And a bit of time passes by, and there's a knock at the door. I assume Jeff is dressed now.
All of us are naked.
Is he still towel around the waist? Or under the armpits with one wrapped around his head as well?
1 minute. The young lord is just air drying.
In this scenario, he's got his trousers on, trousers and pants on. Oh, sorry, for our American friends, that's underwear. And then pants.
I believe it's
in our
shorts.
case, it's pants and trousers. So I've got my bottom half clothed, essentially, with socks and shoes, but I haven't got my shirt on yet.
Shoes,
but he's got the top hat on.
Haven't got my shirt on yet.
Is this how
because
you
I'm
get
waiting
dressed?
for
Do you
M
do
to
the
iron it.
entirety of the lower half first and then do the top half? Is that how you dress in the morning?
This is a rare insight into Chip's real life.
Is that genuinely how you dress? Like full on tied shoelaces, everything, and then the top half.
I have a very small selection of downstairs clothing, but a large selection of upstairs clothing.
I'm not sure I like that. Downstairs clothing.
Well, I had confusion in the whole pants thing, so trousers. Okay, I have very
be
few.
English.
Oh, Christ, I have 2 pairs of shorts and 2 pairs of trousers.
Do you mean
really.
shorts as in underpants or shorts as in?
I mean shorts like you currently are. Yeah, shorts. Small in height.
Shots fired.
Do you mean the real me?
So there's a knock on the door, and
Oh, yeah, go on.
Sorry, we may have digressed.
and it's Bing again. He says, "Very fashionable, sir."
Sorry, Bong. I'll pop a shirt on. Have you ironed that shirt yet?
Yes.
you.
I'll just toss you your shirt.
Thank you.
Very sassy.
I'm gonna just shoot him a glaring look.
He says, "Your lordship is
my
invited
creepy eye.
for pre-dinner drinks in."
It's fine. I need a moment to recover. Very sassy. So,
Sassy. Very 21st century.
Your lordship is invited for pre-dinner drinks and aperitifs in the drawing room presently. His lordship will be there to greet all the guests.
Sir, I must insist that we come with you.
Your entourage is, of course, invited.
Thank you, Bang. Thank you very much.
Very good, sir.
Shall we? Are you? I'm going to pop my.
He hands you an
hat on
envelope
here.
and he says, "Here, sir. Here is the map. I had the scholarly boy draw it up as best he could. I don't believe he has ever held a pen before, but this will have to suffice."
I'm staring at the mirror, making sure the hat's on straight, and I gesture, sort of wave my hand towards Rick.
yeah, I'll take it off him and open it and have a look.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Thank you, Bing. You're doing a bang-up job.
Okay, and I'm going to put this in the chat.
I think we can use every vowel in one sentence at some point.
Bong.
All we need is a bung, and we've got them all covered. Or a bang, of course.
Well, you bang yourself in your own time, mate.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Just to get things straight, Malrus, what the hell is your position in this entourage? You seem to be ironing shirts, fetching, may I say, terrible drinks.
It was what they had at the time. He asked for an apple juice.
Oh, so you got him that? Yeah, that makes total sense, doesn't it?
I tried to make it look like an apple juice.
You could have literally given him whiskey, but no.
We had a horrible whiskey soda.
Thought we weren't drinking before jobs.
I'm so sorry, Geoff. It's not my fault. It's M's here. Great code name, by the way.
On a scale of 1 to 10 on subtlety there, Malrus, you've gone for an M.
Yes.
So are you going to go head down to the drawing room?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that my monocle is covering as much of my eye and scar as possible to look as least menacing as possible as we head down. But
Derek's going to, put on his meanest face to make himself look as most menacing as possible.
Check equipment. Get yourself straightened, bow ties squared.
Yeah.
You all head downstairs, and as you enter the drawing room, you can hear the sound of piano music playing, just soft sort of lounge music. And you enter and you see...
I look forward to that sound effect. Sorry.
And you see a room with quite a few people in it now. There's actually 7 other people in this room.
And we'll have to find out their names from them, I guess.
Well, that's how it works. Generally, you introduce yourselves to people. Although you do see the woman who was in the waiting room earlier is there in a very fine red dress.
Sir, we'll take your lead. I don't know how you introduce yourself. Do you go and stand next to them? I don't know.
I would like to. Can I look around to see if there's a more obvious bar than a globe?
There is in fact a bar against the far wall, and there is a member of the house staff serving drinks there.
I would like to walk up to that bar and order an apple juice. Excuse me, sir. I would like your finest apple juice in a crystal tumbler, please.
Certainly, your lordship. Any ice?
No, thank you.
There you are, my lordship.
Thank you. This is an apple juice. And I turn and stare at him from however far away I am and just look him dead in the eye, holding the glass up next to me, and then I walk over to the lady in the red dress.
Okay.
Derek would like to look around to see if there are any other sort of, not servants, but any other entourage, people that aren't that important, like the downstairs type people.
Yeah, you do see scattered throughout the room a few individuals. It's typically towards the outskirts of the room, not really engaging, but sort of stood rather somberly about the place, just keeping an eye on their lords and ladies.
I would fit the same thing. Yeah, to stay to the sort of the edge.
Keth wants to know if there's any other, can you see any security guards around the place or what?
Yeah, there is one security guard in the room. Or someone dressed in the same outfits as the securities. So you assume it's a security guard.
Fair enough.
And Malrus is just being embarrassed by Jeff.
Malrus is just standing.
I'm just going to skulk off to the corner of the room and just start looking around at stuff.
He just goes into the corner and faces into the corner.
Are you facing into the corner? Are you literally standing like something out of a horror movie, just standing?
Give yourself a timeout. You can tell you're a new parent, aren't you?
Are you a dunce?
I've been naughty. I've got to go into timeout.
What are we doing? Maris? What are you actually doing?
I'm just going to sort of walk over towards Keth and sort of loiter next to Keth.
And prod his footstone of fast speech.
In embarrassment.
As you walk over, you hear something that chills you to your very bones. You hear
Is it a crack?
A very well-spoken lady call out, and she says,
Was it River?
"Stop there, ye scallywags. Now it's time for me, your Dungeon Master James, to drag you scurvy lot away from the drama for a moment, so I can have you all to myself for a speedy catch-up before we get back into the story. The most important thing is, of course, for us to scramble up the crow's nest and blow a huge thank you for listening to Roll Britannia. We're now closing in on 13,000 downloads, which is astonishing. And of course, there are some very important personal mentions that I need to take care of. To Broba Fett, who has been messaging us on Twitter, you really didn't take long to binge the story so far. I mean, that's a lot of episodes. Amazing work. We're so glad that you're really enjoying the show. Huge news, everybody. The all-new, super shiny, treasure-filled Roll Britannia merch shop is officially open. We cut the ribbon and everything. So, follow the links in the bio and get yourselves in there. Check out all the amazing stuff you can get your hands on. And just because we're so nice, until the 8th of December, there's a 15% off discount just in time for Christmas. Perfect. Which brings me nicely on to the festive treat that we're working on. The Roll Britannia Christmas special. Yes, Santa Dungeon Master Claus and his 4 terrible elves, Basher, Smasher, Vomit and Stupid. I'll let you decide who's who. We'll have a real Yuletide treat on the way. Now, returning once again to our random celebrity shout-out. Reports have been flying in that Peter Capaldi and Sarah Millican have been absolutely loving the show. We don't have the reports anymore. But we're pretty sure that's what they said. Probably. Now, if you can't wait until next week's instalment of the adventure, you can always check us out on social media. So, whatever floats your boat, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, there's always shenanigans going on over there. You'll be able to see extra content, chat with the crew, and even win some prizes. Wherever you choose to get your podcast from, while you're there, you can really help us by giving Roll Britannia a snazzy 5-star review. In the competitive and turbulent high seas of the D&D podcast land, it really does help more fantastic people like your good selves discover our show. And, as always, make sure you mash that subscribe button, or Keth will kick you in the brig faster than you can say, "Are those Cuban heels?" That'll do for now, so it's time for you to square your shoulders, draw your swords, and slice back into the adventure.
Sorry.
She says, the voice says,
Well, I'm never as I live and breathe. It's only Malrus Tosscoble.
Oh, shit.
How on earth did you get here?
Malrus, you need to shut this down straight away.
I don't know.
Look, everyone,
Well,
it's
I
Malrus.
never knew what the M stood for.
No, from Miracles
this is-
with Malrus. It's him.
Miracles with Malrus.
Malrus, of course, M. Oh.
Don't know what on earth you were on about. I'm sorry.
and a woman in a very large dress comes bustling over to you, and she says,
Good golly, it's so long since I've seen you. You haven't been on the sphere in years.
Who
what
are you?
happened? Where have you been?
No idea who this Malrus chap is. What are you talking about?
Oh, you can't fool me. I would know. I watched your show religiously on the sphere. We used to get it all the time. You were my favourite show. Miracles. How did the theme tune go again? How was that? It was do miracle with Malrus. Something. I can't. How did it? Tell me. How did it go?
I'm sorry, my dear. I really, really do not know what you're on about.
roll deception.
So find my
Don't you dare fucking fail.
No, I'm thinking, in all honesty, out of character.
18.
I want him to
18.
fail miserably.
same.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Deceives you.
Fucking deceives you.
Sorry, he fucking deceives you.
She says,
You're really
Where
not
are my
him. I would swear.
No,
You're a
no,
spitting image.
No, I don't. I'm sorry, my
Malrus,
dear.
you rolled spitting image. Were you one of the puppets or something?
"Oh dear, Malrus, roll again at disadvantage now."
Paul, just FYI, if you succeed in this, even with disadvantage, I'm coming over. You're going to have to do it again. You know, if it's literally coming down to how well can Malrus roll to see if we get a Malrus potential backstory episode, we're all jiving in on this. So, yeah, he's making you roll, and I can 100% guarantee that if you succeed at this roll, I'm walking over and saying, Malrus. So...
I thought the idea was to lay low.
Yeah, it was in character. I'm a human being here, Paul. Out of character.
Amazing.
What a great twist.
Fuck's sake.
I'd like to think I'm a strong actor, but I am still human, and I've got to know.
So, Malrus, roll deception again.
Fuck's sake.
After somebody bellowed it across the room.
Okay, and again. Oh, I rolled 13 twice. What do I do? Roll again?
You double it.
Well, I mean,
Right.
a 13's
Nothing for a pair in this game.
13's not going to do it.
Oh, fuck. Fuck's sake.
Oh, instantly ruined.
Oh, I'm so happy.
The boisterous lady, she says,
I knew you. Oh, Malrus, don't try and lie to me. I knew it was you. Tell me, what are you doing here?
I'm with young Lord Geoff Golddagger.
What happened to your show? I haven't seen him in years. You're my favourite show, and now you're here. You're actually here. I must get your autograph. Do you have an autograph?
I do, yes.
Sign my bosom.
Keth, not now.
Who's Keth?
Sorry, it's Keith, you misheard.
Someone mute his
William, not
microphone.
now.
Jesus.
I've at this point, I would like to say to the lady in red, would you like to come and meet a celebrity? One of my entourage happens to be a famous celebrity, and I'd happy to introduce you to him.
I'm sure you are meeting a celebrity right now. You not know
Why,
who I
thank you.
am?
I appreciate the offer. I
you not
don't
know
quite
who I
class
am?
myself as a celebrity.
Is it Pascal Sauvage from Johnny English?
English.
Actor from
You are-
Hello.
It is.
This is my English
I was
accent.
just pissing,
I was pissing by the do. When they heard the strange
Explain
knees.
so many references.
Oh man.
Basically, I still want to be flirty with the lady in red, but I want to come over and.
Well, I mean, you're talking to her, and
Yeah,
she's just told you that you are already speaking to a celebrity. Do you not know who she is?
No. I apologise, but surely this is quite refreshing.
I do not believe you do not know who I am. This is very strange for me. Where are you from?
I am from the great and noble land of Teldathea. Where do
I
you
have
reign
not
from?
heard of this Teldathea. Is it
a
far from
relatively
here?
Small nation. It's a great distance. Yes, we've travelled for many leagues to get here, and it's just such a refreshing coincidence to run into such a lady like yourself. And I wondered if you would like to meet a minor celebrity such as a member of my party.
Tell me more about this minor celebrity. Maybe you would like my autograph.
Well, I would prefer to hear more about yourself. But I at this point in time, I clearly I must attend to the commotion going on with my entourage.
Well,
I am sorry to have disturbed you at this point.
if you return, bring me a drink and maybe we shall talk more.
Well, please, I must ask two things. One, what is your drink of choice? And two, please tell me your name.
She says, my drink is, of course, a tequila sunrise. And my name, Karina Hachette. Do you know who I am now?
You are Karina Hachette. It is a name that I will never forget. And at this point, I regret that I must bid you adieu.
Oh, he's doing poetry. It bores me.
At which point I have to, I've sort of said my final line, and despite her shocking little line of poetry boring her, I've already turned and have vacated towards the much more, as much as I am enjoying this, and the idea of flirting with this young lady seems fascinating. Sorry, Jess. It is much more appealing to me to hear about the Malrus and the miracles with Malrus.
Miracles with Malrus.
I don't think she'll mind because she knows James is a dude. I think we're cool.
This is true. But he's so good at accents, sometimes I
I'm
forget.
sorry. It's James, and it's roleplay.
This is what I said in the interview the other day. I feel like I'm cheating on her sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
No, the night is
so-
young.
You head over to join the Malrus huddle. The Miracles with Malrus conspiracy going on in the corner there.
How many people are here?
Yeah, scanning the room. Has the security guard or any of the other entourage people picked up on it, or any important people?
One or two people have looked over. Nothing.
And do I spot our esteemed host or somebody who I think might be
Well,
the guy?
you don't actually know what your host looks like.
Exactly, but anybody with that air of authority or people
There
fawning over them or
are
anything like that?
3 people in the room that, I mean, judging by the fact that your host is called Colonel Arthur Cameron, one would possibly assume he might be dressed in military garb, and there are 3 people in the room who match that sort of description.
Okay, what do they sort of look like?
Well, there's a rotund fellow with very, very large. What's that beard moustache combination thing where it comes down like lamb chops and
yeah.
then just joins the moustache? Well, I don't know what that's
I know
called.
the one you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. Yeah.
Answers on a postcard. And
Yes.
There's another chap in the corner who looks a similar sort of age, but a little bit weedier. His military garb seems possibly even fancier. And there is another chap who seems younger than the first chap we mentioned. And he has a military garb, but not a particularly fancy one. Just looks one or two medals, but nothing
Mutton chops.
too exciting.
Sorry.
Mutton chops, that's what they're called, yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah. Sorry, that's just a tick Tom has, and I have to keep cutting it out of episodes.
Just constantly.
know when
You
it's
can
gonna
never have a conversation with him.
Goatee. Oh, sorry.
It just names beards.
And I find it quite hurtful, to be honest. Okay, that's fine. Do any of the military guys, have they taken an interest in this conversation at all? Between Malrus and...
The only one who's taken an interest in you is the last one described, the one who looks like
Right,
he's
the
got the most
younger
simple looking.
Interesting. I'd just like to keep my eye on him for a little bit.
Okay.
Keth is just going to stand between the rest of any of the crowd and M and his new squeeze.
Okay.
Are we going to set this up that you're M's like celebrity bodyguard and I'm the Lord's?
I'm just going to slip between the two just to try and calm any conversations that are,
With a bucket of cold water.
Who's that? What's going on? You know, just throw it over any onlooker.
Hose them all down. Back.
Back! It's a nest of pigs. Get out of here.
Back over to Malrus then.
Yay.
She's asking you all sorts of questions about miracles with Malrus, and she says,
Signing of bosoms.
and she's managed to acquire a piece of paper and a quill from somewhere, and she's asked for your autograph. Are you giving her your autograph?
Yes, reluctantly.
Oh my!
Very reluctantly.
My friends will be so jealous.
He's confirmed it.
So jealous.
But smiley, yeah.
I feel like we need to
very
have this.
reluctantly.
And she says, "What are you doing here, though? I didn't know that miracles with Malrus. Are you performing tonight?"
No, I don't do that anymore.
Oh. So what? How do you know the Colonel?
My friend here, and I gesture over to the young Lord Geoff Golddagger, received an invite. I've been working for him for many years.
Oh.
And we're here.
His personal cleric.
More like life coach.
Amazing. You simply must. I must introduce you to my good friend, the Brigadier General N. Query.
I hope he's not going to ask too many difficult questions.
N. Full stop. Query.
Is this one of the larger, older?
He's
people?
the fanciest of the dressed people there. Of the dressed military garb people, he is the fanciest one. And she says, come. Norman? This, you'll never guess who this is. This is Miracles with Malrus. And he says, hello.
Hello, sir.
Very pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
I am Brigadier General Norman Query. You may laugh.
Sorry, sir.
No matter. I did not see that you would be in attendance this evening. Very good of you to come. Will you be performing for us?
No, I do not do that anymore.
Oh, that's a terrible shame.
Oh, I think you should, Malrus.
And who are you, sir?
I am the young lord.
That's a very nice top hat you have.
Why, thank you. I believe that the garments that you're adorned in are perfectly acceptable too for the event that we're here for.
Well, a formal occasion is always acceptable to dress in your finest attire. And this is my grade A uniform.
That it is. It's rather fun, isn't it, too?
I have many, many medals for all the military successes I have had throughout the years.
Well,
Yes.
it's very impressive indeed. I am the young Lord Geoff Golddagger.
I'd like to turn to a security guard that's next to me and go, why does that old man keep doing that with his mouth?
He doesn't really turn to you. He just sort of leans down ever so slightly and talks out the corner of his mouth. He says, don't worry about him. He's mad. Absolutely mad. They call him the Butcher of Shark Bay. You must have heard of him.
Oh, that's him, is it? Bloody hell. Gotta say, quite the fan of his work.
He did lose 80% of his own men in one naval battle.
Yes, I know.
You're a fan of huge losses.
Just a little joke between security guards. I thought you would be funnier than that.
I was raised without a sense of humour.
Oh, that's a shame. You're in the right line of work then, anyway.
Keth's going to shuffle over and go,
Is that the Butcher of Shark Bay?
Yes, Keth. I mean, William.
Jesus Christ, Danger, what's wrong with you?
As someone who used to be like really stealthy and undercover and all that, you're...
Yeah, but I'm not, though. I'm only a human being.
I'm just a human.
As you're all sidling up together and whispering together, another lady, much younger than the others that were there,
Oh, Christ, not more.
dressed in a turquoise dress, and she sidles up next to Keth and she says, "What are we whispering about?"
Sorry, who are you?
"Who are you? I've just heard them call you two different names. Who are you?"
No, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear anything, my dear.
Why are we whispering?
William.
William. Did you have to look your name up then?
No.
It looked like
William.
you looked at a piece of paper.
No,
He's got it written on the back of his hand and it's all smudged.
It's just an old receipt that I had in my pocket. That's what the crinkling noise that you heard. I've got to return this suit by 12.
Making sure he's got
We're
expenses.
talking about the Brigadier General over there.
He's the Butcher of Shark Bay.
Yeah,
I know.
apparently so.
Yes, my betrothed invited him.
Who are you, young lady?
Lady Fotherington Alexandria Knightsbridge Etherington.
Oh my god.
That's quite a mouthful. Do you have a nickname?
Foz.
Sound.
You really thought on your feet there. Foz. Bloody Foz.
Fozzie Bear.
I'm going to call you Fozzie Bear.
Oh my god.
It's no Keth, but it's quite a good nickname.
I'm betrothed to the Colonel.
Are you really? He's a lucky guy.
Yes. Well, we met on the...
Thought you were going to say we met online then.
ye olde plenty of fishy.
Match.com, yeah.
we met on Bamble.
Bamble.
I've heard of Bumble. I have. Well, I wish the great success. I mean, it's a real shame because you are very good looking, my dear.
Well, maybe we could have a chat later.
Oh, well, once I finish my duties, of course. Foz.
I'll come find you. And then she sidles away.
Can I look around, right, to see?
You certainly can look around.
Looking around, can I try and figure out if any of the guys, the two other guys that I looked at before, right? So the people that I think might be the Colonel, if either of them were watching her have this conversation with Keth.
Absolutely neither of them were.
Okay, no problem.
What with Foz?
Was anybody else watching that?
Lady Fotherington Alexandria Knightsbridge Etherington. You mean? Yes.
Yes, Lady Fotherington. Was anybody
Lady
else?
Fotherington
keeping
Alexandria Knightsbridge Etherington.
Was anybody else keeping their eye on Lady Fotherington Alexandra Knightsbridge Etherington?
Wait, say that name again. Say that name.
Lady Fotherington Alexandria Knightsbridge Etherington. There's two Ingtons in there.
Nice. I get it. I get the acronym.
Yes, I get it too. Now that I've written it all down.
No, you've said it a bunch of times.
Now that I've said it several times.
Yep.
Fotherington Alexandria Knightsbridge Etherington.
Alexandra. Knightsbridge. Thorington. Or Foz for sure.
Yeah, Foz. So in this room, so far you've managed to meet 4 of the people in the room.
Yep.
There's 3 more.
I've been rumbled.
You have been rumbled, yes.
We didn't get the name of one of them.
There is 2 of the military-looking people, and one very nervous-looking chap who's looks a little bit out of place.
I would like to go up to him.
Okay.
I'd like to just approach him and go, "Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
Are you
Hello.
okay?"
I'm very well,
like
thank you.
I'd like to put my arm around his shoulders and just pull him slightly further away from Jeff and make sure that a lot of people see.
Okay.
Just like, look, you don't seem at ease in this company. Just checking that you might be, on the level.
Oh, yes. It's yes. I was invited here to.
I'm afraid we have some very esteemed guests in this company, so...
Yes, I know. I was the colonel invited me. You see, he's well, I can't say. He said he has a proposition for me. Yes.
Proposition, is it?
Yes. He had something to. I'm getting this all wrong. Let
What's
me
your
start
name,
again.
sir? What's your name,
Yes,
sir?
I'm Vinny Colpardo. You probably recognise the name. I'm the chap that you're not smugglers, are you? Just before
no, sir, I'm a gentleman of security. So
Good. You see, I'm quite a famous journalist. I had you probably saw my expose of the oh bother.
the expose of. Well, I hope you don't go exposing yourself to this crowd, sir. They're a very discerning audience.
And he drains the rather large glass of whiskey he's currently holding. He says,
Yes, sir. If I could
yes.
just take that from you, sir. It seems like you've had quite enough. I'd like to just take the glass out of his hand, put it away. I'm Richard Danger, but you could just call me Rick.
Very, very nice to meet you. Danger.
Yes.
Danger, yes. Very nice to meet you. Yes,
Look, mate, hand on heart, or where my heart would be if I had one, you've got nothing to whack, and I'd like to place a hand on his shoulder, just like upturned.
Power move.
Proper power move, like just, and go, look, you've got nothing to fear.
So you're reaching up to put your hand on the back of your hand on his shoulder.
Is he tall, is he?
Well, I mean, how tall are you?
4
You're a
foot
dwarf.
5.5.
Yes, I mean you're reaching.
I'd like to put
you're
my
reaching
hand.
up at least you're reaching up at least like a foot.
Okay, then never mind. I'd like to put my hand into the crook of his elbow.
He's not a dwarf. He's a human.
And
crook of his elbow?
Oh, right, yeah.
Still upturned.
And pinch that pressure point on the back of his arm. Right. There's a pressure point on the back of your arm that, like, just by your elbow, that really, really hurts. Just apply some pressure to that and go. Look.
Yeah.
You're in complete safety here. I will make sure of that. But if you see anything suspicious, you know where to find me. I'll be on the edge of the room with my colleagues, and I'll just gesture around to the other security guards and say, But I suggest you relax, my son. The night is young yet.
Yes. Could you stop that?
Oh, I apologise, sir. I don't know my own strength sometimes.
Well, but no matter. It's all no harm done.
Not yet, anyway.
I have to go. And he quickly just power walks across the room to stand on the other side of the room.
Good. I'll just withdraw back into the circle of security guards.
Can you all roll perception, please?
Of course. Ooh.
18, all in.
That's an 8 from me.
21. Oh, healthy.
Oh,
Not natural. Dirty 21.
well, you can't roll a natural 21.
Yeah, you can.
You're using the wrong
Believe
dice.
in viewers. Of course you can.
I got a natural 20.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, good boy.
Nice.
First roll.
Sees you.
Well done.
He fucking perceives you.
as you're all sort of engaged in various different conversations and things, those of you that rolled above 20,
Which is Keth and Jeff,
which is
right?
Keth and Jeff, you notice that there actually seems to be fewer people in the room than there was a few minutes ago. The woman in the blue dress seems to be missing, as does one of the military men, the younger of the two. And then, that's what you notice.
Sir, did you see that?
Yes, sorry, Will, chill out, okay? I'm aware. It's just that we've suddenly heard new information about M, and I am intrigued to hear more about it. So I know, yeah, people leave, toilet breaks, and things like that. So...
Okay, puns aside, it's a bit unusual. You see that gentleman there in military rank and Foz. They're both left together. They've melted away. Just be aware of it. Shall I tell you the two?
I'm not being funny here, my friend, but she
No, I
seemed
know
like
you're
she
not.
turned from a 0 to 100 in attractiveness to you. Like you suddenly went, oh yeah, come on, meet me later and all that. And I'm not being funny, but not many people see you and like, yep, him. So something suggests that she might have a bit of a a bit of another motive, and might be just trying to grab any kind of fish or port in a storm. You know, if you're marrying the colonel.
Sir.
As you're having this conversation, another butler comes in. This butler is different to the other two that you've seen. And he opens the door to the drawing room, the same door you came in by. He announces, he says, "Your lords and ladies, we have one final guest. I must introduce to you your final guest for the evening. This is Mr. Bercule Fish."
Now you know Jeff ended up getting frisky, as Malrus spoils some mighty fine whiskey. But the young lord took some time to get nice and fresh. When a map showed the group which direction was best. Then at pre-dinner drinks, Malrus gets accosted. The lady Hansworth Wood is sure what the box said. Then the butcher of Shark Bay is found in their midst, while Derek threatens the scared journalist. Will Bercule Fish give us the answer? Find out next time on Roll Britannia.
You're still here. The episode is finished. I mean, you're still listening. Well done. Well done. Listen, if you're listening to this as it goes out, so the same week we published it, then you're probably sitting there thinking, well, what do I do till next week? I can't wait a whole week for another episode of Roll Britannia. Well, fear not. Up next is a promo from another D&D podcast show that we think you're really going to enjoy. Take a listen, and then why not go and check them out? Stay safe and, well, keep rolling Britannia.
Join our adventurers as they discover how strange portals alter Revelheim.
Do you hear that, Amesley? Our Lord Paylor blesses us.
I didn't realize you worshipped a salesman. Actually, Marion, I'm pretty sure this is an ad.
Rolling on Fate is an actual play D&D podcast.
D&D? I love death caps and dish rags. Nurtured, what's a podcast?
It is an interdimensional sonic communication feed, Vanilla. Very simple.
Nortrude, are you indicating that we're in trouble? Bellius, did you hear that? I actually had a good one. Bellius?
You can find Rolling on Fate every other Wednesday wherever you download podcasts.
You mean podcasts.
Taylor! Anyone! I can't see! I think I'm stuck in one of those podcasts.
Rolling on Fate. Come see where the dice take us.